Today we're fangirling over all of the new exciting updates about spooky movies and TV shows coming to Netflix this fall. And then at the end, I'm also sharing my current watch list recommendations for Netflix. Hey Ghoster Squad, welcome back to our spooky oasis. I am obviously over the moon. You guys know spooky pop culture is my favorite topic, and boy, do I have some updates for you today. If you're new here, my name is Mandy Spooks, and I live my best spooky life so that you can too. So if you love Halloween or spooky pop culture, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. We'd be delighted to have you here. Okay, so first up, of course, we have all things Wednesday. I wore my Wednesday sweatshirt hoping that it was going to show on camera, and then it didn't, but it's fine. It's all good. I'm actually totally vibing right now because it is a gloomy, cozy, very chilly day in Colorado, and honestly, it feels like the perfect fall day right before we get into all of the summerween weather. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to open the window. I'm going to just vibe and fangirl over these spooky shows coming in the fall. And then we'll be back to summerween tomorrow, you know? It's always a vibe. Anyway, okay, so first thing getting into Wednesday, we already knew it was going to be a 2-part release, but I'm going to try to be very brief with you guys because we have quite a few things to cover. So part 1 is coming out on August 6th. And then part 2 is coming out on September 3rd. And we finally have more details, but not so many, about Lady Gaga. So they did confirm her, and her character, I'm looking away at my other screen, is going to be a mysterious and enigmatic, legendary Nevermore teacher who crosses paths with Wednesday. And we do know that her name is Rosaline Rotwood, and she's not going to be coming out until the part 2 release of season 2. So we can't see Lady Gaga until September 3rd. But I just want to tell you guys, I saw all these updates on the new Netflix conference style thing they have called To Doom. And I learned the reason it's called To Doom is because it's the sound that Netflix makes, you know, To Doom. Yes, it's very corny. It's very campy like I like, but I know so many people have not been a fan of it. But anyway, on this conference, it was like an award style / Comic-Con. It was really weird, very oddly scripted too. But Lady Gaga did perform. So if you have not seen this yet, you guys need to go watch this after you finish this video. I might even link it for you in the comments because it was really cool. She did a performance of all of her new spooky songs from Mayhem. So she did Zombie Boy, Abracadabra. She did the Bloody Mary song, which is the one that's like, dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands. The one that like trended with the Wednesday dance. And she even remixed the Addams Family, like the original Addams Family song into it, and also the Goo Goo Muck song. It was so cool. The girls came out dancing the actual like Wednesday dance from season 1. She mixed in all of the like elements from Addams Family, and Jenna Ortega came out too. Oh, it was such a vibe. I was so jealous of Lady Gaga herself. Like that would be my dream, to do a spooky performance like that. So go check it out. I'll leave it in the comments for you. And I think that's all we have for Wednesday. They did drop the first 6 minutes of the season 2 premiere, so you could search that on YouTube also. And it's giving, I don't know, honestly. I have no idea where season 2 is going to go. I have heard that Wednesday is definitely not going to have a love interest, and they haven't really shared much else other than this first look. I feel like they're saving so much, like they're saving a lot. Like they're keeping it very mysterious, very spooky, very kooky, if you know what I mean. So I'm very curious to see where it goes. And then something I did want to note though is that there is this like poodle on the serial killer's van that they show, and it's giving Elvira vibes. I don't know why, it just reminds me of Elvira's dog. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then there's creepy dolls. So there's a lot of spooky vibes coming, and I'm kind of bummed because I thought they were going to save it for November again, which I originally hated, but I loved having something spooky to look forward to in the fall, like after Halloween. But don't you worry, we have tons of spooky coming in the last end of the year, so I'll have more for you in a bit here. Okay, and then this one's not spooky, so it's going to be a super quick update, but for all my ghouls out there, if you have not seen Nobody Wants This with Adam Brody, this is your sign to go watch it. If you are millennial girly like me and you fangirl over Adam Brody in the OC, the cutest nerd ever, you need to watch this show because season 2 is dropping October 23rd. That's all I have to say. If you guys want more non-spooky pop culture, please let me know because I might be able to satisfy that. Okay, and then next we have the one that all of you messaged me about, and I am honored, honestly, that my brand of Monsters Are Cool is sticking and that you guys get it and that you see me, and I don't know. But honestly, I am not ready to talk about Frankenstein. So if you haven't heard, Guillermo del Toro is releasing a Frankenstein movie on Netflix in November, and they dropped the first trailer for it, or like the first teaser, and Guillermo del Toro came out talking about it at Tudum. And I was literally so emotional about this. Like, I couldn't talk. Mr. Spooks wanted to watch the teaser. I think he saw it like 3 times in a row. And I was literally so emotionally overwhelmed that I was like checked out. I was like I need to stop watching this because it is overwhelming me in the most magical, amazing ways possible. Like, I'm still not done processing, but please go also watch the like short introduction that Guillermo did. He talks about how monsters have basically become his religion in life because he's wanted to make this film for like 25 years or longer, and like what it means to him. And like, I have never felt more seen or understood than in that moment. Like, to just hear another Latino say that these monster films meant so much to him, that he's worked for so long towards it, gave me hope as a filmmaker. But also just, I don't know, it hit me in ways that I just was not anticipating. So I'm not ready to talk about the trailer. Like, I just can't, or I'm going to ball up. But it means a lot to me that this is made by a Latino, and he actually has Victor Frankenstein in there that is also a Latino. I believe he's like Guatemalan and Cuban. Mia Goth, I had no idea. She is half Brazilian. And then, of course, Guillermo del Toro is Mexican. Like, the fact that this film is being made by Latinos, that means so much to him. I don't even know. I'm going to stop because like I could literally just talk about how much this means for an hour. So if you guys want like a real trailer reaction when the real full trailer drops, please let me know because I would love to do that for you. But moving on, it's coming out in November. We don't have an official release date yet, and we don't have a full trailer. That first teaser reveals a lot, but it's just a lot for me to unpack emotionally. So I'm going to stop there. All right. And then next we have the biggest conversation, of course, which is Stranger Things. We've been waiting for a release date for so long, and the release date is very controversial, but I really, really like it. So we have 3 releases for Stranger Things. Volume 1 is coming out November 26th. Volume 2 is coming out December 25th. And then the finale is coming out on December 31st. So I think that's great. My initial thought was like, wow, that's so amazing that like everyone is going to be home with their family and they can watch it. But I know some people were upset. They were like, that's time to be with family and visiting family. Like, Netflix messed up. I think it's a great move, honestly. Like, I think it's really cool. And like, nobody said you have to watch it on the finale day. Although I know some creators that are spoilers, and I'm just like, come on, like, let people catch up on things. So if you're going to watch and you're tempted, don't spoil it for everyone. Like, warn people before spoiling things. But anyway, unpopular opinion, you guys are going to be shocked by this, but I'm actually not the hugest fan of Stranger Things, but they did rope me in with Eddie's storyline, so I am very committed now. And I'm kind of glad that we have until November because I kind of need to get caught up and like rewatch a few things. I do love Eleven's character. I don't know why. I just never really vibed with Stranger Things the way everyone else has, but I am looking forward to this. I'm very curious to see how they're going to end it. And like I said, my heart belongs to Eddie. Like, I really love that he was just a spooky boy that turned into being a martyr, and I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm just loving that Netflix understood the assignment and they feed us all the spooky things like right in the fall and even after the fall, because they know that like we're just so busy with Halloween, and then we have that post Halloween hangover / blues, you know? So I'm looking forward to this a lot. So I know you might be thinking, but Mandy, all of these things don't start coming out until August. So what are we supposed to watch until then? Don't worry, I got you covered. I have a list of Netflix recs for you guys. So first off, if you haven't already, this is your sign to binge the Twilight movies. In fact, my Patreon monthly watch party is most likely, I'm 98% sure that it's going to be Twilight this month. So this is your sign that if you want to fangirl with us, have a live party chat with us, you can join the $5 Fangirl Film Club tier and you can get access to that. But the movies are being removed at the end of June. So this is your final warning to watch them now. I did an entire video of like a get ready with me and hear me like rant about all things Twilight. I had a ton of fun. It's probably the most fun video I've done all year, if I'm being honest. So you could check that out or watch the movies and then check it out. I don't know. And then if you want to get into the vibe for Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro has the Cabinet of Curiosities. I have only seen 1 or 2 episodes. So I'm probably going to be watching them just because I really want to support him after everything that he said about the film. And then there is a show called Boo Bitch. If you haven't seen it, it's like Mean Girls meets spooky vibes. I love it. It is super fun, not scary at all. It's very funny. So I'm probably going to rewatch that also. It's a great summer ween watch. And then, of course, this is the perfect time to start Wednesday, like I mentioned. I'm currently finishing up Sirens. It's not super on the spooky side. It's more like a simple favor, murder mystery type vibes, cult vibes. So I recommend that one if you're more on the less spooky side. And then there is the original Goosebumps show. So of course that's a vibe. They even have the Haunted Mask episode. And then if you haven't already, Fear Street Prom Queen is out. And it was surprisingly, I don't even know what to say about it. If you guys do want a full review of Fear Street Prom Queen, let a girl know because I would love to do that. But I do cover all of the like actual full-on heavier horror releases on Not Another Spooky Podcast. I have a YouTube channel for that now too, so you can tune in there if you want full horror movie reviews. But I don't have like a space for these more like in between spooky, cute, light horror movies like Fear Street. So let me know if you want more of that on this channel. And then they do still have the Addams Family. And Beetlejuice is now there too. I want to rewatch all of these guys. I love it all. But I also wanted to recommend that if you are excited about Megan, there is a movie on Netflix with kind of similar vibes. It's called Subservience. I don't know how to pronounce it, with Megan Fox. It is a little on the spicy side, but I actually thought that this film was a lot scarier than Megan. I think Megan is more like sci-fi, family oriented, and this one is, like I said, a little steamy, but I felt like the things that happened weren't like scary horror, but they were like, wow, that's spooky that's where artificial intelligence is headed. So I don't know, it was a fun vibe, and it kind of did have like some spooky horror vibes to it. So I do recommend that one. So that is my list of current recommendations. I am also going to be putting together a summer ween recommendations list for you guys that's not just Netflix, and it's going to include books, TV shows, and movies. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because that's going to be coming out soon. But I hope that you guys are ready to fangirl with me, because I really miss fangirling over spooky pop culture. I have my horror vibes on the podcast, and now we're doing tons of lifestyle on this channel. But I would be so honored if you guys would indulge me, for a lack of better words, and fangirl with me. Let me know what you're watching. It doesn't have to be Netflix. It doesn't have to be spooky. I just want to fangirl with you guys and hear what you guys are all up to and what has you like in that binge zone, you know? So like I mentioned, I'll leave the Lady Gaga performance in the comments because I'm super excited about it. And until next time, sending you golden kisses. Bye.